All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a lesson video for 3-4. We're going to multiply two-digit numbers by two-digit numbers. And specifically, we are going to be doing area models and partial products. Mainly, we'll be working with area models. I will show you both, but I would like you to follow along and practice this with me if you can. Okay, in class, we did these ones together. So we're going to get started by drawing an area model. So we'll start there. So an area model should match the place value size. Sometimes I get lazy and I just make a 4 square box like that. But in reality, an area model should match the size of the numbers that you're talking about. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to decompose 82. So I want to break apart each place value. So 82 is made up of 80 and 2. So that's going to go up here, 80 and 2. And 80 is much bigger than 2, so its box is going to be larger. Then I'm going to break this one down. This is the same as 60, like 6 tens, and then there's 0 ones. So I'm just going to write 60, and I'm going to put a 0 down here just because when we do standard algorithm and other parts, we're going to have a 0 in our products, so we'll account for it here. Okay, now I'm going to go over to my first row. I'm going to do 80 times 60 and then 80 times 0. So I'm going to go straight down and finish these products first. So what I'd like you to remember is that we have 2 zeros here. Okay, so I'm going to ignore those for now, and I'm going to multiply 8 times 6. 8 times 6 is 48. Now I can remember those 2 zeros. I'm going to put those back in. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the next number. This one has a 0, and anything times 0 is 0. So I can just fill that in. Now the next one, I'm going to go over to the 2 factor. So 2 times 6. 2 times 6 is 12, but I have that extra 0, so I'm going to add that in. Okay, because I'm multiplying 2 times 6 tens. And then 2 times 0 is 0. Now all I have to do is add up what's inside of my area model. So this is partial products. So I have 4,800 plus 120, 0, 2, 9, 4. And then I'm going to place my decimal, my comma, ones, tens, hundreds, comma. Okay. Now if we were to do this as partial products, I'm going to rewrite my problem here. And we're going to go number by number. So I'm going to look at this 0. 0 times 0 is 0. 0 times 0, 0 times 8 is 0. Okay, I've gone ahead and done that one. Now I'm going to move on to the 6. Okay, this 6 isn't just a 6. It's in the tens place, so it's 6 tens. I'm multiplying by 60. So that means I'm going to put a 0. I'm multiplying by 6 tens. So 6 tens times 0 is 0. Okay, now I'm going to multiply again. 6 tens times 8 tens, those are 2 zeros. So 6 tens times 2 tens is 48. Where did I miss? Oh, I was like, what am I doing? You guys, let me erase this. I wrote down the problem wrong. Oh, caramba. Okay, we're going to do the same deal. Okay. 0 times 2 is 0. 0 times 8 is 0. Now we're going to move on to the 6 tens, just like I told you. Okay, 6 tens is actually 60. So 60, or 6 times 2 is 12. 2 60s is 120. Okay, then we're going to do the same thing here, but this is not just an 8, it's 8 tens. So a 10 times a 10 is 100. 8 times 6 is 48. When we add all these together, we get the same exact product, 4,920. Okay. All right, let's look at this one here. All right, we're going to first start by drawing our area model. And we have to decompose these numbers. We have to break them apart into each of their place values. So this is the same as 10 plus 4, and this is the same as 80 plus 3. Now I can go ahead and label that up here. I have 10 and 4, and then I have 80 and 3. Now I can go ahead and multiply, just remembering that there's zeros there. Okay, so 1 times 8 is 8, and then I have my 2 zeros because a 10 times a 10 is 100. Then I'm going to go to the next one. 1 times 3 is 3, but I was multiplying by a 10, so I'm going to add in my 0. Now I can move over to this row here. So 4 times 8, that's 32, but I multiplied by a 10, so I'm going to add in my 0. And then 4 times 3 is 12. Now that I've completed my whole area model, I am going to put all my partial products together, listed from the greatest to the smallest. Okay, and then I'm just going to find the sum. 5, 6, and this one, okay, let me see. 5, 6, I'm counting over here, 11. So place my comma, I have 1,162. All right, you can do the same thing with partial products, just like we did in the last problem. So this one is a 0. Oh, not just kidding. This is in the ones place, so we have 12. Then we have a 3 times a 1, which is 30. Then we have 8 tens times 4. I'm running out of space here. You know what? I'm going to start this one over with a little bit more space. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we have 14 times 83. Sorry, I'm at home and my air conditioning just kicked on. It was really loud. Sorry if you can hear that. Okay, so 4 times 3 is 12. Then I'm going to multiply 3 times 110, which is 30. Then I'm going to go over to the 8 tens. So that's 80 times 4. Okay, so 80 times 4 is 32. 32 tens. Okay. And then I'm going to do 8 tens times 110. 8 tens times 110 is 800. So then I'm going to go ahead 2, 6, same product. Okay. And you'll notice that when you do partial products listed this way, you'll get the same thing that you got inside your area model. If you were to do standard algorithm, these would just be combined and you would only have 2 rows rather than 4. So pretty cool. All right. I won't go through too many of these, but we do have some extra practice with our quick check after this. If you would like any extra help, please let me know. We are not practicing with standard algorithm on this. Today, we are only working on area model with that box. So where you're drawing the box, or you are doing partial products. And that's where you're just listing out each place value. So I should see if I have 4 digits here, that means I should have 4 rows of multiplication that are going to be added together to find a final product. Okay. Honestly, this one with double digit, I think is a lot more fun. So I would try it this way. All right. If you guys have any questions, let me know.